They're just so good. If every eyeshadow palette in the whole world had a shade like this, I'd probably be happy. What's up everyone, and welcome to today's video. If you are new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Manders and this is my channel. We talk about a lot of things here, mostly makeup and skincare, sometimes nail polish, we have the occasional unboxing, and I almost always drop something. So if you're interested in any of those things, please stick around, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. Today we're doing something fun. We're just doing a simple, everyday, easy spring look. Pulled out some easy makeup products to use. We will be using the It's All Good palette from ColourPop. I actually haven't filmed with this yet, and I've had it in my collection for a while. So I figured it's very springy. I really like the look. I really like this palette. I've used it once or twice. I really have no recollection of what I thought. All I know is that every time I look at it, I want to use that yellow shade. Downside to this palette is there is no mirror. Oh well. I really like the color story. I'm very happy I pulled this out to use. And we're just going to do a regular everyday get ready with me. These are all makeup items I'm hoping that I haven't talked about much lately. This is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I've had this for a while and literally never use it, and I want to. So today we're gonna use it. Feels very nourishing. Normally I would go for a pore filling primer. Not today. I have already applied my SPF. It is beautiful here today. It is so nice out. I did just say I was going to use stuff that I haven't been talking about lately, but this is just a really easy spring and summertime foundation. I find the Catrice Truskin foundation, this one is in the shade Warm Beige. This is just one of those foundations that's just really easy to wear. So I am going to pump 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and I'm using a Shop Massé sponge, and I'm just gonna apply it as evenly as I can to my face, and I'm just going to blend it all in. And now I'm just going to take a little bit more from the back of my hand, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to just touch up any areas that might need a little extra. This foundation just sits so naturally on the skin. I find it's just, honestly, it's so good. So actually most of the brushes I'm going to use today are not my typical brushes either. I'm trying to kind of use some different stuff. And I forgot all of my regular brushes that I like, because I have a set, like certain face brushes that I always use, like my powder brush, for example. I'm fretting right now because I'm like, oh, I don't have that brush, and it's my favorite brush. I do have other brushes though. I have hundreds of brushes. So to set my face, I am going to use the Blurring and Pore Refining Hard Candy Loose Finishing Powder. This is one of my favorite powders as well. So yeah, I talk about this quite a bit. I'm just going to use this fluffy brush from Pure Cosmetics and hope that it doesn't suck. I'm just going to go ahead and set my whole face. It's very like loose. I don't know how I feel about this brush. For bronzer today, I do want to use this one from Ciate London. This is the Bamboo Bronzer in the shade Palm Island. It's just a really easy one to use. I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush from Shop Massé, and I'm just going to warm my face up. I really like this bronzer. I find that it gives a nice, it warms up the skin very well without being too much. Because this is just, I really don't want to do anything too crazy today. I want to use this blush from Essence Cosmetics. This is in the shade Beloved. It's just a really pretty pink blush. I'm going to use this Firma brush. Just going to apply that with a gentle, not too overpowering, just try and lightly tap it in my skin. This isn't my regular blush brush. I love my Alamar Cosmetics one, but this one actually worked pretty well. I don't have any complaints here. And what I'm going to do, just I want to put a little bit of highlighter on. I just don't want too much, so I'm just going to take this little brush and I'm going to swirl it into my Wet n Wild Blossom Glow highlighter, and I'm just going to take that, just going to apply just a little bit, not too much. I really love this highlighter, and I find I can take just a small little amount like that and just gives it just such a nice natural glow without being too much. So pretty. I'm going to use the I Am Inspiring brow pencil from Real Her. This brow pencil matches my brow hairs almost perfectly, and it's so easy to use. So when I see these on sale on a BoxyCharm pop-up or whatever, I'm going to order another one because I really, really like this one. Really easy to use. No complaints. I'm going to use my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base. This is in the shade Fair. There's quite a bit of product in here. A very light hand is needed, so I just like to take it on a brush, a very small amount, probably about that much. I'm going to add some to each eyelid before I really buff it in, so that I know I have about the same amount. And I'm just gonna make sure that my whole eye area is covered. It does have a lot of pigment. If you're not careful, like if you don't go in with a light hand, you will get a lot of product, which is fine. I just don't want that much. I do really like this eyeshadow base though. I'm not going to swatch them. I'm just going to go ahead and start creating my eye look. It's not going to be anything crazy. First, I'm going to go in with the shade Good Vibes. And this is just a Farrah Cosmetics brush. And I'm going to take that and oh, that is way more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. And I'm just taking that above my crease. That is super. That is blending very easily. Going with this shade Concierge next. It's actually very pink. I really love. Ooh. I really like that. So those two colors are blending together very nicely. And you can go back in with that first brush, same, and just kind of make sure that there's no uneven spots before I move on with my next shade. I really like these. Next, I'm going to use this shade Best Life. And this one isn't a full matte shade. It does have a little bit of glitter in it, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take that on this Morphe brush, and I'm just going to deepen up the outer corner. This one's got quite a bit of fallout. Like you can just kind of see. Like, I don't know, can you see how much? It's just pretty powdery. That's okay. I will just take my time. I'm actually very happy with these. Going with the shade right here, this So Stoked. And I'm going to pop that sort of in the center of my lid and the outer corner. Super pigmented on a brush. I like that. And just sort of in the center of the lid like that. I do really like how these are blending together. I'm going to go in with that. I'm just going to flip the brush on the other side and go in with that shade right here, Happy Go Lucky. Now, if every eyeshadow palette in the whole world had a shade like this, I'd probably be happy. So I'm just going to focus that on the inner corner of my lid. And I'm just blending it up into that first shade. I can flip the brush over and just make sure everything's blended. I really do like that. I feel like it needs just a little bit more, and I'm going to go in with that shade Sunbelt. I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. Yellow is seriously my favorite to use when it comes to, like, for an inner corner, like, pop of color. Yellow always makes me very happy. We're going to do lips. I'm not going to do my lashes or my liner in this video because I am filming a video separately for that, but I will be doing my lips. Very quickly, I am going to use my Satin Mauve Essence Lip Liner. And for lipstick, I am using Essence as well. This is in the shade Amazing. It's just a really pretty pink. I thought it would do nice for today's look. I really like these lipsticks from Essence. They are very creamy. I am now going to also use a lip gloss from Essence. This is the shade Smile Sparkle Shine. It's a really pretty pink. It's a really pretty gloss. I actually love these wet lip glosses from Essence. They're just so good. And that is it for my everyday springtime makeup look. This was a little bit more intricate than I expected it to be, but I still really like it. I think that it's just given me all the spring vibes. I do really like this palette, and I'm glad that I pulled it out for today. I should use it more often. I'm feeling a little bit more inspired to use what I have at the moment, and this is honestly, I'm in love with this right now. So let me know if you'd like to see more from this palette. There's so many different options that I could do, and I've really this is just the tip of the iceberg. Some ColourPop palettes are not created equally, I will say that, but this one, I do really like the formula. So thank you all so much for sitting down with me today, and thank you for hanging out with me. Let me know if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more like it. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.